Hello everyone and welcome to the Network Essentials 2 class in the spring semester at Tunxis Community College. This will be a quick overview, high-level overview of how we are going to work around completing all the units in the Network Essentials 2 course at Tunxis. So this is the first view that I want to share with you, the course and instructor information, and also give you a high-level summary of the different units that we are going to cover during the semester. So you guys, most of you know me. I am Jorge Gonzalez, Professor Gonzalez, and I go by the Cyber Professor, so that is why you see the reference on the first slide that I am showing you today. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and give you the course and instructor information. So for the description of the course, you guys will be learning the fundamental vendor-independent networking concepts. We will discuss the fundamental elements of virtualization and cloud computing, network segregation and network segmentation. We will also review the roles of risk management, performance, and recovery in network management, as well as a high-level overview of wide area network. So that will be for the course description. For the topical outline, we are going to talk first about virtualization and cloud computing. That is chapter 7 in your textbook. Subnet and VLANs, that is chapter 8. That will be the second chapter that we will cover. Then we will proceed to network risk management, security in network design, network performance and recovery, and finally we will complete the course with the review of wide area networks. The communication tools for the course, since this is an online course, we are going to rely on Office 365, that is your official Tunxis College email. We will also continue using Microsoft Teams for those students that took Network Essentials 1 with me last semester. You guys are familiar with Microsoft Teams. We use that a lot during the past semester. We are also going to work on WebEx for some of our interactions. And then I will be using YouTube as an optional resource, Discord as an optional resource, and Twitch as an optional resource. So that will be the summary of the communication tools that we are going to rely on during the semester for this course. The outcomes, once you complete the course, what I am looking for you guys to know is how to manage IP address assignments and subnetting, implementing virtual LAN segments, implementing basic network security structures, identifying and implementing basic network recovery options, and finally identify elements of a wide area network. For the grading for this course, participation will be 20%. Now you may ask, how am I going to participate in a fully online course? So the answer that I have for you is the following. What I am expecting you guys to do is communicate with me using the communication tools. Make sure that you demonstrate that you are interested in the content that we are discussing during the semester. That will be the way that you show your participation. If I schedule any live meetings, even though it is not part of the setup of the course, if you have the time and are willing to participate, that is another way of showing your participation in the course. Those live meetings most likely will be conducted using Twitch. So I will share that information with you guys, and if you have the time, you are more than welcome to join. It is not mandatory though. For the next section of the grading, the midterm and the final exam will be very similar to what we did last semester for those students that took Network Essentials 1 with me. So that will be 30% of your grade. And then finally 50%, which is the weekly assignments and labs. For this course, as you guys know from previous experience taking Network Essentials 1, there are weekly assignments in the form of labs that you will need to have to complete. If there are no labs for a particular week, the expectation is that you will have to review the content of the unit that we are covering for that particular week. The contact information for myself, your instructor, is right here. My full name is Jorge Gonzalez. As you guys know, the spelling of the last name is with an S at the end, not with a Z. And I mentioned that because that is the best way for you guys to make sure that the email gets to me, because the email address that you see right here is utilizing the correct spelling of my last name with an S at the end for the last name. The phone number, this is not my cell phone, this is the office number at the college. So make sure that you don't try to text this number because nobody's going to reply back. This is an office number, a desk number that is at the college, Tansis Community College on campus. You can leave a voicemail there. I don't go to the office that often, but I have a way of checking my voicemail as soon as I receive them via email. So the voicemail recording is sent to me as an email to my Tansis email address. So if you want to leave a voicemail, feel free to do that. But the best way to contact me, and you guys know for the ones that took the previous course with me, is via Microsoft Teams. That will be the best way to reach me, and I typically get back to you within a few hours or the next day at the latest. Office hours, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. You will be available via WebEx or via Microsoft Teams. If you guys decide that mornings don't work for you because you are working or because you have other classes, by all means reach out to me with a request for an afternoon or evening time, and we can work together during that particular time to make sure that I help you out with any questions that you may have. Next, for the course map, this is Network Essentials 2. So we are going to cover the second part of the textbook that you guys utilize for Network Essentials 1. So we are going to start with Chapter 7 or Unit 7, and that is Virtualization and Cloud Computing. We are going to spend about 2 weeks per unit. So the first week is dedicated to the review of the concepts, the theory of the unit, and then the second week is dedicated to the actual lab. So we are going to work on the lab the second week of each unit. Unit number 8 is Subnets and VPNs, 9 Network Risk Management, Security in Network Design, Network Performance and Recovery, and finally Wide Area Networks. So this is another view of the chapters that we are going to cover this semester. Again, I am the cyber professor. This is the logo that I go by, my personal logo, and this is the way that I seal or stamp the material that I produce for the different courses that I teach at Tansis and any other place that I teach. So technology education powered by the cyber professor. So again, this is the Network Essentials 2 course. This is the textbook. It can be an online or a digital version of the textbook, the one that you can use. Of course, that is the best way to do it nowadays. So MindTap will be the additional module that you will require in order to complete all the assignments that will be given to you via the Blackboard system. So we are going to use the same methodology that we used in the previous semester, in which I will be using Blackboard to list all the different assignments that are given to you for a given week, and then all you need to do is go to Blackboard and click on the different links for each of the assignments that are given to you for that week. Within Blackboard, a folder will be created for the week that you are in, and that list of assignments will be inside that folder, so everything will be easy for you to get to. Unit 7, Virtualization and Cloud Computing. So here we are going to talk about the way that companies and organizations are moving away from buying the hardware for the different servers that they utilize as part of their information technology infrastructure. So they, instead of spending money buying the hardware to build a server, what they are doing is they are virtualizing those servers and also utilizing cloud computing if they want to outsource the virtualization of those servers. So virtualization can take place within the walls of the company or organization that owns the technology, or they can outsource that virtualization to a cloud computing provider like Microsoft or Amazon or Google. So Microsoft has what is called Microsoft Azure, Google has Google Cloud, and Amazon has Amazon Web Services or AWS. So that will be the content of Unit 7. We are going to spend the first week with the theory and the second week with the labs. Then we are going to move to Chapter 8, and that will be Unit 8 in your textbook, and that will be the subnets and the VLANs. Subnets and VLANs allow you to segment or segregate your networks, and you do that to make sure that you have an easier time managing your network, the different network devices that are part of the overall company. The different types could be the systems that are used for database management versus the systems that are used by the employees of the company, the laptops, desktops, and then another subnet could be the one used for the printers that are part of the overall technology environment in the company that you are supporting. So subnets and VLANs, two different concepts. We are going to talk about that during Unit 8, and hopefully you will be able to apply that concept in the lab so you can create different subnets and VLANs. Then we are going to move to Unit 9, and that will be network risk management. So we are going to talk about the factors that make our security within the network kind of shaky, and those will be what is called the high risk level or unacceptable risk level. Then we are going to talk about how we can decrease the risk level by creating some mechanisms or controls that will allow us to place the risk of that particular technology within our network to an acceptable risk level. Then we are going to move to Unit 10, and that will be security in network design. So how do we as network professionals create and configure our network so it is a secure environment for the company that we are working for, not only for the equipment that we are utilizing, but also for the data, the information that resides within the company. Unit 11 will be network performance and recovery. You don't want to hear complaints from users, employees of the company that your network is very slow. So we are going to find ways of trying to monitor the performance of the network and look for ways to increase the performance. So that is the reason why you see the increase right here. And then recovery. Recovery is based on backups. That's the reason you see the save option right here. And make sure that the data for your network is backed up. Not only for the actual information that your users access, but also for the configuration of the network equipment that you guys are using at the company that you will be working for or that you are already working for. And then Unit 12, there is a typo here. This should be Unit 12. It will be wide area networks. So that will be the final unit that we are going to cover for this semester, and that will be the implementation of wide area networks. From Network Essentials 1, you may recall that the LAN is the local area network, and those LANs communicate with each other via the wide area network. So the routers are set up in place within the LAN to communicate outside that company to other companies, to other organizations, to the cloud, to the internet. So that will be the aspect of the wide area network that we are going to study, and that will be the final chapter of our course for Network Essentials 2. So Looking forward to working with you this semester. It will be extremely fun. We are going to, again, utilize the different communication tools. So this course is not going to feel like the previous one that you took with me, Network Essentials 1, in which we had the weekly interaction via the live meetings. But in this case, we are going to use the communication tools. And you're more than welcome to join the streaming that I will be conducting, hopefully this semester, for some of the content that we are going to cover. And for that, I will typically use Twitch, and then some of the recordings from Twitch will be posted on YouTube as well. So feel free to do that. Check out the different social media links that I will be sending to you. Those are mine. So you will be accessing my social media, and you will be able to see some of the recordings. Thank you very much, and until next time.